the bush here. Trying to play for a Siphon is the only guess that I can make here, and now comes the recycle. Here comes the full rotate in there behind the flash. Max HP, but Miro, that's what he does. Yes! And he just steamrolls through that opponent there. Trashy gets deleted and taken out of the competition, and then picked up these HP here. Miro now left by himself to clutch here. What can he do? He's already done a lot. This is a tough ask for him to earn any more, but hey, the pressure's on, and the options on the table now. He has to stay up here.
Right now, we can see pressure on the side, trying to get in, and I was just waiting for it. Backside of the zone, Old Man Mountain in play. There's so many players who are going to try and do the exact same thing, but up on the high ground, and they are way above everything. Knifer and Bila just raining down shots. We're going to hop in. Scented picking up yet another knockout. One's on to Elise. Nico Cold already sitting on 2 eliminations. This will be their 4th once it goes down, and at this point, nobody's getting picked up. 7th zone revealed, and we're going out right to the base of another mountain in play. So tons of variability in high ground. The question for Knifer and Bila is how many builds do we have? As my prediction, the bottom right-hand corner. They've seen nearly every single possible game that could have been played in the qualifiers. 30 Batchy 50 trying to get themselves above the Storm Surge threshold. They just barely do it, as Scented Cold are also just barely above it. Currently, somebody is getting hammered on by that damage, but Yamzo and Degen finally end up taking the high ground away from Knifer and Bila, as they have to give it over as they run out of materials.
What a fight between Degen and Yamzo, Knifer and Bala from drop spot now to end game here as they start to battle it out for the top position here. But Commandment and Stretcher also on that layer, and they take out Knifer. That's a big elimination for them here. They are just racking up. Scented and Cold also in the game here. 5 eliminations now. Picked up another one here. Scented is by himself. 2 duos sitting on top of his cone. They don't even know he's there. Will he make the edit? They could be very weak. There it is. Scented actually gets a huge shot before getting taken out there. Back on over to Stretch now. Commandment is down. Will he play for the save here? There's another opponent behind this wood wall. It's a either full commit type of situation or go for the pickup instead. He's going to play defensively first here. Zone's coming in a little bit quick. He does get the med miss just in time. He's going to go ahead and tank this storm here in hopes that it bounces back, but he is way too far. I don't know if this is the right decision here. He's going to have to break the floor. This is literally a ticking time type of situation if a Siphon doesn't come through on high ground. No, Yamzo and Degen, they are looking very, very good. Here comes Stretch trying to slide his way in, and he does make it in the end there, Sundown.
Into the top 10, 15 HP, but also keeping an eye in the top left. My boy, OMG, Me Too, and Shadow. 1X still running through. Stretch finds a little room. Gonna top off with the rest of the med miss. Also gonna pop some minis, but on the low ground, we have Pamsto and Fatch going right up against OMG, Me Too, and you can see Me Too ends up taking one out. Qua ends up picking up Vila as he drops down. Me Too ends up going down to Magnolia on the other side, and Stretch is just chilling. He's found a nice little pocket. He says, this is a good pocket. This is nice. I like it here. Players are going to keep going down, and unfortunately, he goes down. But hey, he'll take a top 6 as the Yamzo and Degen still just raining shots down from above. I believe there's 2 other duos who are still up, then another solo who's running through. Duke's on 6 eliminations himself right now, Monster, trying to find some space.
Yeah, he's just coming through like a wrecking ball right now, trying to work his way through these builds here, picking up anything and everything possible. Now inside some wood builds, though, does have to be very, very careful as he starts to break through. I mean, his position's blown, his cover's out. He starts to look up to high ground. Actually, that could change things a little bit, but no, not enough firepower there, not enough of an angle here. Now onto low ground, up against Cease, who made it all the way through to the end. This is a little bit of a gift for him now as they get delivered Siphon points and material here. It's going to allow them to hold out. And now we're looking at a clean 2v2 here. High ground, Degen and Yamzo positioned up, points up very nicely as well.
Yeah, but now they have more materials than the low ground, and we're pulling out to where we haven't been so far. Eventually, the fight's going to pop off, and they should be able to just fight defensively. Elite tries to go up and immediately gets swatted down. The question is, can they execute? They might have enough materials. That's what we talked about. They might get it out. Little early, but I think he got a knock on that side. You can see first shot coming through. Yes, Yamzo finding Cease, but Elite puts a huge shot onto Yamzo. He's going to get ticked down. We have a straight up 1v1. Degen with a massive HP advantage, and Degen and Yamzo take match number 1 with a 7 ELEM victory royale.
Not only that, those end games, both teams willing to break through their fields, line opponents up from the other side of the wall, and go for the big trades. That is how top tier pros play 2v2s in end game. They're willing to take those gunfights to the very, very end. And it's the Yamzo and DJ, man, who come out on top. It was close, though, for a second there. But DJ just had so much HP.
Yeah, and I mean, just a really good job. And I think Cease and Elite have shown a ton of development coming through as a duo. But realistically, Yamzo and his confidence, it comes from somewhere, right? He's been putting up results. He's been able to win matches like this and taking down that 2v2. Him and DJ just have to be ecstatic.
I mean, I love it. Yamzo is like basically the young bad guy in the scene right now. He's like, yeah, what's up? I'm cool, I'm good, and I got it like that. Now he picks up his first big FNCS victory royale on the main stage. I mean, that's how you do it.
That's how you have to kick off match number 1, but we're going to kick it on over the deck so Adam, Vivid, and SVG can break it all down. Gems?
Okay. Game 1, all right? 85 players left in the lobby. We all have a little go saying, who we think is going to win that game? Your boy here says DJ and Yamzo. Vivid? Now you don't tell any fibs to people at home. I called that 100%, right?
No, I don't know what he's talking about. You know what he's talking about, SPG?
Mate!
Oh, no. We can't be doing him like that. Nah, he didn't
Genuinely.
call this. That was a beautiful play.
I had this feeling early on. DJ and Yamzo, we saw very early on in right at the very part of the first part of the game there. We saw Yamzo going in pretty aggressively there with DJ, and there's a vibe about these guys right now, and we saw that taking the high ground, claiming it, and making sure that they just really dug away, did not let any Cease escape from that situation. And Vivid, we've got ourselves our first victory royale winners of the day.
Yeah, they went ahead and secured that high ground against Knifer and Bila, no other, who is actually their contested off spawn over there at that Llama split. But we love to see that out of Cease and Elite. You know, we saw them in the semifinals. They came in day 3, and they were just so consistent. They had the most placement points by far, and this game backs up how well they played in the semifinals because they're starting strong today with a 2nd place.
Yeah, and they were playing the similar strategy, playing that low ground, playing the placement, and it worked so well for them in the semis. And now it's continuing to roll. They might have found the secret sauce here.
Yeah, we've seen a few players with a bit of that secret sauce you're talking about, the SVG, who managed to do some good things in that first game, kind of really starting to make their claim that they are here to compete for finals. Obviously, we saw Miro, kind of trying to catch up when Uber went down, managing to do so and going for it like he was on a mission. But we also saw the likes of Stretch as well, using the web shooters, managing to stay in zone just about to get a few more points on the border, which is key as well. You have to do those things. When your teammates go down, you have to do whatever is necessary to remain in the game to get those placement points.
Yeah, and this is actually why that duo is so successful. We saw in Qualifier 1, actually, Commandment had so many solo clutch games where he just gathered so many points. He squeezed out as many placement positions as he could. That's exactly what Stretch did there. So when you have a duo of players that can both just solo clutch up so well, it just, you do so well on the leaderboard.
Yeah, it's a perfect combination. We saw the little 200 IQ play as Stretch tanking the storm, letting his teammate go down for that extra siphon material. Really smart play to get just a little bit more out of that.
Yeah, super smart, and we'll see tons more smart plays at the course of the next 2 days, trust us. Should we take a look at the standings, how things are after game number 1 as well, and see exactly who is at the top right now? And Vivid, we can see that DJ and Yamzo, they have started strong. 53 points right off the bat here. It is looking mighty pretty for these two.
Yeah, they did start strong, but surprisingly enough, only a 3-point lead over Shadow and OMG Me, right? Like, how did these guys get all the way up there? They have 10 eliminations, and that's, contributing the most of their points. At 30 of the 50 points are from eliminations. And we also saw Jamper and Duke there. Duke had, I believe it was 6 eliminations on his own, totaling 7 for that duo. 47 points, only 6 behind the lead. This leaderboard is crazy.
Yeah, that's absurd to get 10 eliminations going down that early. Normally, you win a match, you don't even get 10 elims in these style of lobbies, but we saw it from Shadow and OMG Me too during the semis. They're on one right now, and just like Cease and Elite, those two may have found their own secret potion or recipe to succeed in these finals.
I couldn't agree more. Last week we saw a Cease and Elite as well managing to qualify. They have one shot, one chance on day 3 of semi-finals. and they just rode out that storm, getting all the way through, getting their storm surge, making sure they remain in the competition for as long as possible. And you can see there on the leaderboard as well, the top 9 teams, only 3 eliminations for those 2. Everybody else is popping off and getting a lot more, but they know they came second because placement is so key, and they know exactly what's up. Game 2 is on the horizon. It's all going to change up inevitably because that's what happens here in this region. Anything is possible. We're going to head over to Sundown and to MDF and see exactly what's in store in Game 2. Over to you, boys.
Thank you so much, Adam, Vivid, and SBG. And with just one match down, we already see what the leaderboard kind of looks like. And I want to say, man, if I could, I don't want to say like second prediction, but I could talk about OMG Me Too and Shadow all day because they've been such an interesting storyline coming through the qualifiers, and they're putting up these absurd performances on the back of heavy Elam's monster.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're leading in the Elam compartment right now. You can see how the points are reflecting just that. They can continue to make end games and be as consistent as they have been. I mean, you've been championing for them for a long time now. You know, a few seasons. It could just be their time now, right? Just the same way like Pam and Thatch, just coming on up and, you know, getting their stripes in, basically, getting their reps in, and seeing them find success. But I think we got to give more credit to Yamso and DJ. That Victory Royale coming out the gate, Knifer and Bila making that end game there. Mind you, they are very much